Hello and welcome back to Resident Evil 2. Yeah, that one. On the N64, where we're doing a rando, and where we have been poisoned for ages and haven't been able to find a blue herb. I have learned why we haven't been able to find a blue herb. Because I was curious about how this game's rando, like how its logic worked. The answer is it doesn't. Like, it doesn't take items from place A and put them in and swap them with an item from place B or anything like that. Instead, it's got items that are, you know, in spots that are flagged as this item can be randomized. And those randomized items are just rolled from a table. Which is why we can find drops of like 30 shotgun shells, because there's no 30 shotgun shell drop in the standard game. So yeah, it's just rolling on a table every time it has to get an item generated for me. And said table does not include blue herbs. They do not exist. You cannot find a randomized blue herb in this game. So instead, what I have to do is try my damnedest to find a blue herb planter. Which I think there should be in the sewer. And those still exist. Yep, there's one! We're finally not poisoned anymore. And I knew I would need this valve handle soon. Just would have been nice if there was a blue herb planter closer to, say, the first spider that I encountered. You know, the one that poisoned me. Actually, I think it was the second one I encountered that poisoned me, but it was in the first place. Hey there, Outlander. And hello, Nick. So we got a typewriter here. Looks like no ink ribbon. Which is fine because I saved, like, 2 load screens ago. 3, actually, but who's counting? I should probably send the bridge back up before I go this way. Because I don't think there's gonna be a spot to bring it up from up top. But yeah. We're not poisoned anymore. Hooray. And if we do get poisoned, yeah, we have to use the planter. Because blue herbs do not exist in the item pool that gets randomized. You cannot find a blue herb on the floor. Aw, dang it, I want my pistol for this. Whatever, I'm gonna use a shotgun shell, even though a single handgun bullet will do. Can I release this right now? Okay, only in an emergency. Man, this background is really crunchy. Got compressed a little hard. That feel when you're... Ada! That feel when you're playing on a JPEG instead of a ping. Alright, buddy. Come chomp on this. It looks really tasty, doesn't it? Look how tasty that looks. Oh, yummy, yummy. Yummy, yummy. Wasted a shotgun shell because I fired too early. Why'd it get locked in with me? Why does the safety lock in case of an emergency trigger after something has left the dumping area?
Leon.
This bullet wound isn't making things any easier.
Quiet, Leon. I'll patch you up. That's 2 I owe you.
Don't mention it.
I just found out. John's dead.
What?
Never mind. Let's just get out of here. The sooner the better.
In other news, fun fact. This game is one of the small handful of games on the N64 that actually uses a save battery. I have not replaced the battery in this cartridge. It's possible that it was replaced by its original owner, or whoever owned it most recently, or someone along the chain. But it hasn't been replaced by me. And the fact that it still had the saves on it from its previous owner implies that it probably has been changed at some point, considering these batteries tend to last about 10 to 15 years. And this game cartridge came out in 1999. So it's probably been replaced once or twice along the way to have still had a save on it and to still have my saves on it today. But at any point, if I go more than one stream in this game, there is a chance that on the next stream, my save won't exist. Anyway, Sewer Manager Diary. June 28th. It's been a while, but I saw Dawn today and we talked after completing our work. He told me he had been sick in bed until yesterday. It really doesn't come as much of a surprise given how long he's been working here. He was sweating like a horse and kept scratching his body while we were talking. I asked if he was hot, but he just looked at me funny. What's wrong with him anyway? July 7th. Chief Irons has been visiting the lab quite often lately. I don't know what he's doing over there, but he always looks grim. The expression on his face has been even more unsettling than usual. My guess is that it's because of Dr. Birkin's impossible requests. The chief has my sympathies, though. After all he's done for the town, he doesn't deserve this. July 21st. I rarely drink because I'm on the graveyard shift, but I don't suppose I have much to complain about since this is how I make my living. August 16th. Chief Irons came in late today, looking grimmer than his usual self. I tried to joke with him to cheer him up, but he wasn't amused. He pulled his gun and threatened to shoot me. I was able to calm him down, but that guy must have some serious problems. He knows he can't enter the lab without my help and my medal. This is what it means for the chief to serve and protect. August 21st. William informed me that the police and media have begun their investigation on Umbrella's affairs. He said that the investigation will be citywide and that there is a possibility they'll even search through the sewers. He asked me to suspend all Umbrella sewer facility operations until the investigation has concluded. The sewer will still be used for passage, but he stressed that I have to be extremely cautious and that I'd lose my job if anyone finds out about this operation. Yeah, Nick, I'm pretty sure that we won't end up losing the save. If I can stop the rotation of the fan briefly, why don't I stop the rotation of the fan briefly? Because we've got to use the valve handle for it. But yeah, the fact that the previous owner's saves were still present on this cart when I got it, which was you know, just a few weeks ago. And we're still present on it today. Well, my saves were today. Last stream, the original cartridge's owner, or the cartridge's previous owner's saves were still on it, so... Yeah, I have reason to believe the battery has at some point been replaced. When that was? No idea. But the cartridge, the battery should be well and truly dead by now, if it was still the original battery. So I do not believe that I have anything to truly worry about. And honestly, what I could do, I do have an N64 cart dumper that I have used to put my collection on an EverDrive. This is the original cartridge I'm still playing on right now, just because. But, yeah, I've got a cart dumper that I could use to basically just take the save off this cart. And I could play on the EverDrive, which has a good save battery guaranteed. Or I could do a handful of other things. Right, we need that metal. We don't necessarily need that herb, but if I combine these herbs and then grab this herb and then combine these herbs and then grab the metal, then we've got all the things. Yeah, there are 4 games in my N64 collection that have save batteries. And I checked all of them when I got them. Like, they're all games that I had to repurchase because I had sold my original copies way back when. But that spider's gonna get me. Yeah, I checked all 4 of them when I got them, and they all had saves on them. So, if nothing else, they all still save for now. But I am going to open them up and test the voltage in their batteries and replace them if necessary. I was just thinking, you know, I'd do that once I was done with this. Mainly because it's my father who's got all the soldering tools that I need, and he was out of town when it was time to get ready for this stream, so I didn't really have the opportunity to get the battery replaced before streaming this game. So yeah, I'm just sitting here hoping that the battery lasts. You gotta love when the camera-based controls persisting across screens make it so that I was holding left to go right for a moment there. Right, the sewer is like really tiny in this game. They expanded it a lot for the remake. And to make up for it, they cut the clock tower from the remake of Resident Evil 3. Ada, you... Okay, there we go. She did, in fact, want to let me through, just not immediately. Also, I feel like there should be an item here. What's the point of having shelves in a Resident Evil game if there's not going to be an item on them? And Ada got clocked. she's awake and shooting at it. She shot off one of his fingies. There's these fold-down seats here that we did not bother to fold down or sit in. And sure, you can argue it's because there was an arm coming through the ceiling at us, but that happened a little bit after the tram started moving. Still have a small key that I haven't found a small drawer to put in. And time to fire the flare to reveal a sparkle. Hey, look, there's a sparkle. The W box key. So, if this is like the not rando, then going this way... Sir... Rude. And sticking your arm on me is also rude. Okay, I believe... Yeah, this corpse had shotgun parts on it in the not rando, so those aren't randomized. Because they're not part of the pool of items that can be randomized. And once we equip those shotgun parts, which I will do as soon as I've emptied this shotgun, because they will refill it with free ammo. Once I've equipped those shotgun parts, I'm not going to have to aim up at heads anymore. Because the upgraded shotgun in this game is kind of OP. When the shotgun itself was already kind of OP. Oh, thanks for saving me, Ada. Anyway, time to combine. And now my shotgun holds more shells. And is... Oh, she actually straight up killed that guy. I mean, even the sound design on this upgraded shotgun, they wanted you to know it was strong. And now we've got a red herb and a full inventory. But that full inventory doesn't matter too much. Also, I see another red herb. Let's go ahead and put this fully mixed herb away. And we can put this handgun ammo with the rest of our handgun ammo. Which I probably am not going to need, honestly, for the entire run. I don't think we're going to need really anything more than just these 46 shotgun shots for the rest of the run. Like, if we're being honest, after this shotgun is upgraded, I don't think, unless I miss a lot, I don't think it'll even be possible to use all of these, taking care of every single enemy we encounter. Let's actually keep the triple green. Oh boy, more H-gun bullets. Okay, 14 M bullets. I mean, that's nice. Apparently, you can actually find stacks of up to 30 Magnum bullets in this rando. Because that's one of the things that they did to make up for the chance that you might not find a whole lot of different ammo drops because of how the rando works. It doesn't change. I've said before, it doesn't swap the locations of any items. What it does is it's got specific items in the world that are flagged as randomized, and they roll from a specific pool to determine what you get. So you might get something that is useful, you might not. And they made a few choices to reduce the chances that a player might get just completely stuck. So you can find ammo drops in much higher quantities than normal, like the 30 shotgun shell drop I found once. And things like that. And they also took blue herbs out of the pool to prevent players from having to do like an entire knife-only run where the only healing they have is blue herbs, which don't heal you. So yeah, that's why blue herbs aren't in the pool, but it's also why you can find huge stacks of ammo, because they wanted to make sure that, you know, even if you get bad luck and your ammo drops are few and far between, you might just get a ton of ammo anyway. Oh hey, another green herb. And Nick, as far as this shotgun being strong, it is very strong. It's not the strongest gun in the game. The Magnum is still stronger. But okay, it's not a keyhole for the W box key. But there isn't really that much game left. I'm pretty sure the shotgun shells we have will last us the rest of the game because of that. Okay, I need to find the key for that. Well, there's a map. Is there another item around here, or maybe there's another item in here that I missed somehow? Oh, there doesn't appear to be an item in here. I must have missed the key somewhere. Well, it's not a key. But it is an item that I had missed. Of course, now if I find the key, I'll have to use an item to free up space for it. My best guess is it'll be maybe on the guy who also had the shotgun parts, but needing to get both the shotgun parts and the key from him would be a little weird. Sir, do you have a key on you? No? Nope. No key. We got the W box key, but we haven't found the W box. I'm pretty sure that's not going to be for a while. So does that mean it's in here? I mean, I already fired the flare gun and we got the W box key for doing so. I don't see anywhere else for there to be a key here. I don't think we can take the tram back, and even if we could, I'm pretty sure the key wouldn't be elsewhere. They didn't randomize key items. Oh, we can take it back. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know where the key would be if it was in the sewer. So I'm going to keep on looking in the factory, because you would think that a key for the factory would be in the factory. Especially when they didn't randomize key item locations. Gotta go this way first. Also, I don't think we need the valve handle anymore. So now we've at least got space for if we find the key. Could have sworn the key was, like, against this back wall somewhere. Or that there was at least an item hung up with these helmets, but I guess not. Shame we can't use this machine control panel to control any machines. Oh. I missed the step up. I had looked around the whole little train car thing, thinking like, oh yeah, it's... I remember there being an entrance to this thing somewhere. Pretty sure those M bullets were in the toilet to begin with. Like in the non-rando. But yeah, I remembered being able to get into a car like this, but I couldn't find the entrance. Like, I didn't see a door anywhere, so I was thinking, oh, maybe I'm thinking of a different one. No, it's... You just gotta climb up the back of it. I am a fool. Anyway, time to use our D key. Or rather, our down key. Toot. Toot. Good old crunchy FMVs. Compressed to hell and back, half their frames removed. And Ada clocked again.
Ada! Ada! Can you hear me? Come on, snap out of it!
Dude, she just got walloped on the head for the second time in like 10 minutes. Give her a chance to recover. Hey, Willie. Kind of interesting. Leon, where were you going? This is Leon's first fight with William. Also, ow. Leon, I'm gonna need you to actually go the direction that I am moving the stick and not the direction you want to go. And William down. Hey, are you still feeling a bit concussed?
Don't die on me, Ada. Come on. Wake up. Come on.
Why does she have, like, a bite mark, a huge bite mark on her arm? She got clocked in the head.
Welcome back. Hey, take it easy. We're inside Umbrella's secret lab. I'll go find something to treat that wound, so just rest here in the meantime.
But I'll only slow you down with these injuries. Go. Save yourself.
I told you, it's my job to look after you.
But you'll be in danger if you stay with me. I know I've only known you for a short period of time, but I really enjoy being with you. I know I'm not capable of caring about anyone, but I don't want to lose you.
We're leaving this place together. Wait here for me. I'll be right back.
That I'm not capable of caring for anyone really comes out of nowhere in this game. Considering all Leon knows about Ada up to this point is she came here looking for her boyfriend. Then she found out her boyfriend was already dead. End of statement. Like, that's all Leon knows about her. So literally all of his interactions with her have been about her caring about somebody. We have 40 magnum shots and 45 shotgun shots. I'm never touching my handgun again in this file. All right, we need to get power supplied. Need a card key to open that. We can get into the freezer. Where there is one whole green herb and our best friend. Oh, hey, we got a fuse case. So now we can set the fuse here. Go, robot arm. You don't even need power to work. He grabs. He spins. He lifts. He spins some more. He rotates. He spins again. He puts it down. He spins again. He releases. This robot arm is the unsung hero of the Resident Evil franchise. Feels weird that right here, Leon was like, oh, I could put the fuse in here if I had a fuse case. And the fuse case was literally on screen at the time. Things like that make me feel like maybe they did randomize some key items amongst themselves, but like... maybe that's just normal? I don't remember well enough. But it does feel weird if it's like, oh man, if only I had a fuse case. Oh hey, there's a fuse case. Actually, hang on. I'm not supposed to put this fuse case just in the device in the middle of here, am I? Oh, yep. That's exactly what I do. And now we have power. Right, we need to get our fingerprints scanned somewhere. And that still doesn't open. Yeah, we gotta have both Leon and Claire scan their fingerprints across 2 runs in order to open the door to see what's beyond there. And when I played through the GameCube version of this game, I ended up forgetting to do it as one of them, and thus one of them didn't get to go through because I did, you know, the 4 runs. Did I just get poisoned? I did not just get poisoned. Hooray! Did I get both of them? I did get both of them. Okay. But yeah, I think it was Claire B where I didn't get to go into the room because I forgot as one of the characters to scan fingerprints. But then Leon B I did get to go in. Oh, and even if I did get poisoned, there's a blue herb planter right here. User registration. Temporary user registration for the culture experiment room. Username Nemesis. Password none. Valid for 24 hours. Lab security manual. Security measures in case of an emergency. In the instance of an uncontainable biohazardous breakout, all security measures will be directed toward the underground transport facility. In the instance that any abnormalities are detected among cargo in transit, all materials will automatically be transported from the loading zone to the designated high-speed train, at which point all materials will be isolated and disposed of immediately. In the instance of a Class 1 emergency, the entire train will be purged and disposed of without delay. In the instance that the lab itself becomes contaminated, the northernmost route, currently used to transport materials to and from the facility, will be designated as the emergency escape route. This route will secure passage to the relay point outside the city limits. Disclosure about any information regarding research conducted here or the existence of this facility is strictly prohibited. Since it is a top priority to keep all research classified, escape access may be denied under certain extenuating circumstances. So, I just want to say, disclosure of the existence of the facility is strictly prohibited, and yet it's got a train for leaving it that takes you outside city limits. I mean, sure, it's underground for most of its run, but like, trains and where they go are kind of hard to hide. They can't really... You can't really deceive anyone about where train tracks lead. You just follow the tracks, and there you are. That's where the train goes. I could grab the flamethrower, but I don't feel like I need it. And that thing runs out of fuel, like, way too fast. I think I have enough shotgun shells that I don't have to care. And I don't think I have to use the anti-BOW gas sprinkler either. Hey, fellas. Well, at least the other one hasn't really noticed me yet. I've been so sneaky after all. Oh, look at this one. Taking 3 shots. Yeah, I think lickers in this game are proximity activated rather than noise activated. I do not need an ink ribbon. More M bullets. And a green herb, which I'm going to consume on the spot because we've got 3 of them in storage and I'm at caution right now. The interior has been destroyed by the plant. I guess I'll take the ink ribbon. These machines are all useless now. Should probably go visit the item box before going anywhere else. Oh, hello. There we go. The fact that these guys take 3 shotgun shots is a little bit unpleasant. Where'd you come from, sir? Oh. I'm gonna go in here and see if they are still crawling around when I come back out. If not, then I've just saved a shotgun shell. If they are, then I've saved nothing other than well, I'll have figured out that we need to spend the shotgun shell, so it will still be valuable information. So let's go ahead and use this herb. And then, you know what? We have got enough magnum ammo that I can probably graduate to just using that for the rest of the game. And sure enough, once these guys get cut in half, then we don't have to bother with their torsos. We just have to avoid them until we can reach a door, and then they're gone forever. Excuse me? I'm sorry, is my shotgun just a magnum that's got the ability to hit more than one enemy at a time, but that also takes longer to fire? Because that's what it seems to be at this point. Also, that's 2 stacks of... Really? Rude. 2 stacks of handgun ammo. I absolutely will never fire my handgun again. It'll stay in the box forever. I have too much ammo for my magnum and my bigger magnum, I guess. I hear a liquor. Okay, I guess the shotgun is stronger than the magnum. I see you, other liquor. Get where I can see you again. Oh, we are in danger. Oh boy, more handgun bullets. Thanks, randomizer, for giving me ammo for a gun that is absolutely not fit for the purposes of this area, clearly. Considering the enemies that exist are taking 3 to 4 magnum shots and 2 to 3 shotgun shots. Oh, if we were playing the remake, Claire would be calling us right about now. A map of the lab? Oh, hey, look. It's a map of the lab. Hello, item box. I'm gonna take my shotgun back out. Because shotgun is apparently big magnum. There's gonna be another liquor falling from the ceiling here, isn't there? Maybe not yet. Yes. Need a card key for that. Also, these little wormy guys are a problem. I recall having once found a red herb here. Or some kind of herb. But now it's just H-gun bullets, because apparently everything is now H-gun bullets. Why would we want anything else? And I believe this is our W box. Yep. And what's in here? Magnum parts. Okay, now we can make the Magnum good. I shouldn't have wasted all that Magnum ammo before. I'm gonna go get the Magnum back, because the item box is real close, and I'm gonna empty the Magnum, and then we'll use the Magnum parts and make the Magnum not worse Magnum, where our shotgun is currently better Magnum. Though it does feel bad to have wasted all those Magnum shots on liquors that could have been more easily and efficiently dispatched with the shotgun. Shotgun also, since it's got spread, we would have been hitting multiple liquors per shot in at least some of those cases. Hello, sir. Goodbye, sir. I do not know why this little divot exists. Oh, we shot his top half off. Let's go ahead and cause said top half to despawn. Because doors are more effective weapons against those than weapons. And again, we've got a severed top half. And yeah, Nick, I 100% agree. Wow, that guy survived a shotgun blast. Not a second one, though. Yeah, I 100% agree that... Right, I should be using my Magnum and not my shotgun. This game is set in 1998. It released in 1998. So, like, they got the tech right. Everything that feels like it's from the era is because it was designed in the era. Meanwhile, everything that feels futuristic is because they imagined what tech they might have in the future. Retrofuturism is a great aesthetic when it's done right, and turns out... various chemicals. Turns out it's really easy to do retrofuturism right if you're in the retro part. Using the technology of the age that you are in to imagine future technology turns out to be a pretty effective means of getting an aesthetic like this. So we've got a card key now. Okay, this is the room, I believe, where the flamethrower would be most useful. Get off me. This is one sturdy moth. Done for now, though. Oh. Can't reach the computer. There. Oh. There we go. Everyone knows that firing a shotgun straight at a computer does not harm it in any way. my username. Why, it's Nemesis. I don't think that was Nemesis in the non-N64 versions, but I could be wrong. Anyway, fingerprint registered. Yeah, Outlander, they really don't make hardware bulletproof like they used to. I want to grab my Magnum ammo. But then I'll be walking around with too much stuff. I like having at least 2 open slots. I've had this small key for ages and nothing to use it on. Maybe putting it away would be not the worst idea. But I know as soon as I put it away, we're gonna find somewhere to use it. I feel like there was probably somewhere to use it already back in the station and I've just completely missed my chance. But whatever. So there are blood-sucking moths in your city, are there, Nick? I, can't say I would like that myself. I hope you're managing. That's not a pleasant thought. And there we go. We have remembered to put Leon's fingerprint in. Goodbye, lab card key. What have we here? We've got a green herb. I believe those are... Ah! This is the last EX file we are going to find on the A run. Umbrella Umbrella Memo. Dear Dr. Birkin, it has come to my attention that we are currently experiencing a shortage of APL-14. To counteract this problem, I am asking you and several other labs to donate 5 cases of APL-14 to our facility immediately. For your information, we've discovered that our base in the South Pole is primarily responsible for this shortage. That comma is unnecessary. We are currently taking steps to prevent this from happening in the future. And don't worry, the Ashford's reputation is now irreparably tarnished. That apostrophe should be after the S in Ashford's. Your quick response is greatly appreciated. Regards, Joel Allman, Vice President, USA Branch, September 15. So yeah, this file clearly is setting up events in Or, well, it's not setting up anything. It's just referencing Code Veronica stuff. Because Code Veronica was in development when this game came out on the N64. Alright, let's go ahead and despawn the torso. Yeah, that's basically what the EX files are meant to do in the N64 version of this game. They were added specifically to this version and no other version, not even future ports. And yeah, they just reference Resident Evil 3 and Code Veronica. Wow, these two guys in front are sturdy. And we have got another torso. Time to despawn him. We got vaccine synthesis. We've got something sparkling here. Ah, the MO disc. We need that. We have found a door specifically requesting such a disc.
You murdered my husband. I know what you're looking for. You came for the G-Virus, didn't you? But you'll never take it from me. This is my husband's legacy. Now, where's that spy you were working with earlier? You know who I'm talking about.
What?
You really don't know anything, do you? You're so gullible. She's one of the operatives sent here by the agency. The only reason why she came here is to obtain the G-Virus.
That's a lie.
No, it's the truth. I discovered this when I did a background check on her. She specifically got close to John and became his girlfriend to get information about Umbrella.
That can't be. I know her. Ada wouldn't do something like that.
If you don't want to believe it, I don't really care. You're about to die anyway. What happened?
Rip Annette. So after she fell in a hole...
The self-destruct sequence has been activated. Repeat, the self-destruct sequence has been activated. This sequence may not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
So yeah, earlier she fell in a hole, but apparently was totally fine. Wait a sec. Don't we need to use our MO disc? Yeah, that takes us in there. Do I need to go in there before the bottom platform? Because that's not the bottom platform. We get to the bottom platform through an elevator. I'm gonna go use that MO disc. Also, Annette's gone now. That's not the way. I was saying something.
Leon. I've been waiting for you, Leon.
What are you doing?
You know what this is about, so just hand over the G-Virus.
I don't believe this. Annette was right. About everything.
That's why I told you to leave without me, but you wouldn't listen. Now hand it over. Don't make me shoot you.
You can't do that. Ada! Ada, I've got you. Don't give up.
G-Virus. Leon, it's over. Just let me go.
Shut up. You're gonna make it.
It's too late, Leon. We both know it.
No! I promised you that we would escape. You just have to help me out here.
I really wanted to escape with you, Leon. Escape from everything. Goodbye.
Ada!
Ada survives this.
No. So, this is what everyone's been dying for.
And that's the biggest mistake Leon ever made for the future of this franchise. Ada's gun. There are no rounds in the magazine. What is Ada's gun doing up here when it was in her hand during the scene where Leon was holding her over the edge and then she fell? Did she throw it back up after her? Also, there were no rounds in the magazine, so she couldn't have shot Leon. Right, what I was gonna say, when Annette confronted us, she said that we killed her husband and she knew that we were here for the G-Virus. She made two assumptions there, and both of them were wrong. We knocked William down. We did not murder him or even kill him. He is still alive and well. Well, maybe not well, but he's still alive. So yeah, she made two assumptions, both of which were wrong. Okay, didn't wait long enough for that. And hey, look, we've made a space. Yeah, judging by what we have seen earlier in this game, later in the franchise, after Ada falls in that hole that she just fell in, and a number of other things. Potentially one Lisa Trevor in Resident Evil Remake. I have reason to believe she is back in Resident Evil 9, considering they reused her freaking voice lines, not voice lines, the voice sounds she makes have been reused, those sound effects. They're exactly the ones from Resident Evil Remake. Like, they're not hiding it. They didn't re-record it or anything. They're the exact sounds, or they re-recorded them to sound exactly the same. Either way, it means something. So Lisa Trevor's probably back. So every time we've seen someone fall in a hole and be declared dead, they haven't actually been dead. Which I guess just means that holes in this franchise are not lethal. And we are about to see that Annette's first assumption was wrong. Hi, Willie. Bye, Willie. All right. Second phase. New form. Ouch. Really? Okay, I guess I need to be more careful. And yeah, Outlander, 100% in basically any media. I operate on a philosophy of, if they did not die on screen, they did not die. Okay, so this was when? Is this when I first got here? Do I have to redo the whole lab? Well, I know I can put this key away, and this is before we upgraded our Magnum. Okay. Let's just grab both of these. We'll use the shotgun for now. And yeah, Leon doesn't even have his shotgun equipped, which means that, yes, this has to be when we first got here. So we get to redo some stuff, but that's fine. I wonder if this'll cause any items to get re-randomized. Like, are they randomized at the very start of the run, or are they randomized somewhere later? We will at least have a chance to potentially learn. Though I would imagine they get randomized as soon as the run starts. Rather than, like, when the room first gets loaded. Anyway, we get to watch our best friend do his spinning and lifting tricks again. He spins so much, I love it. Totally unnecessary. So, Leon looks at that computer and says it looks like a computer for organizing data files. Isn't that literally any computer? I mean, at least in the modern day, any computer can organize data files. There was a time when things had to be at least a little more specialized. Back when everything was command prompts instead of having GUIs. that did in fact get them both. Username Nemesis, yep. Oh, hey, wow, you gotta use the train at the bottom? Cool. Outlander, I feel like in 1998, it was actually a given that a computer was capable of organizing files. 88, maybe not, but 98, yeah, I was around in 98. Like, literally, that was after the Macintosh. It was after Windows 95. Windows 98 existed. Like, yeah, 88, it wasn't a given. 98, pretty sure it was. Oh, look at you. Last time you didn't come say hello until after I finished dealing with your buddy. And more M bullets and the herb. Yep, these are exactly as they were before. I'm thinking that, yeah, the rando is in fact for done like immediately upon starting the run. And we do not need that ink ribbon because we know there's nothing underneath it. Also, we didn't use the anti-BOW gas because using it as a freaking trap, it does get rid of some enemies, but it also makes these plants able to poison you. At least if memory serves, that's how it works. Or maybe it's just the plants get replaced by the poison versions in the B route. One of those two things happens. I know that much. Ooh, we're getting twofers. We got a twofer. I like that those last two only took 2 shotgun shells each. And yep, we got more handgun ammo here. This is repeat rando stuff. Grab the lab map. Put away our spare herb. Reload our shotgun. Equip the magnum because we're about to get its upgrade. Ignore the handgun ammo on the floor, because we do not need it. Grab the Magnum upgrade. Well, at least the Magnum's good for getting rid of regular zombies. Even at a distance. One shot, one kill. Grab our card key. That's all we need in here. I don't think that killed even a single one of the worms. And it is once again taking 2 shotgun blasts to clear that off. Yep, Rotom system, version 5.0, etc., etc. Access, yep, go ahead, let me put in my username. Sis. So I just want to point out, Leon put his left hand on the fingerprint scanner. Can I not look again? Because I'm pretty sure in the close-up that we got to see a couple times, that was a scanner for a right hand. There's no... Okay, yeah, no items hidden in the eggs. Did I just get poisoned? Okay, good. I did not. I just got dropped to caution. Figure instead of passing by typewriters without saving, maybe I should start saving when I pass typewriters. Yeah, Nick, the amount of time that passed between my previous save and the death to the boss was literally the entire time we spent in this factory. Or, not factory, this lab. Actually, wait, they do call it the factory, don't they? No, it's the laboratory, never mind. Honestly, I can afford to not use the shotgun for the rest of the game, probably. And we gotta make sure not to forget to register Leon's fingerprint over here again, if we want to be able to get in there as Claire. Sorry, I don't have a secondary fingerprint yet. More M bullets. We now have 62 shots for the upgraded Magnum, which it can be argued will be enough. I'm still going to use the shotgun for these zombies. And look at that, freed up another inventory space. And now that we've got the ammo disc, it's time for Annette to show up.
You!
Me.
You murdered my husband!
Did not.
I know what you're looking for. You came for the G-Virus, didn't you?
Did not.
You'll never take it from me. This is my husband's legacy. Now, where's that spy you were working with earlier? You know who I'm talking about.
What?
You really don't know.
Shame this isn't
anything, do
skippable.
you? You're so gullible. She's one of the operatives sent here by the agency. The only reason why she came here is to obtain the G-Virus.
That's a lie.
No, it's the truth. I discovered this when I did a background check on her. She specifically got close to John and became his girlfriend to get information about Umbrella.
That can't be. I know her. Ada wouldn't do something like that.
If you don't want to believe it, I don't really care. You're about to die anyway. What happened?
And once again, Annette is dead for good. I mean, Leon even checks, shakes his head. Yup, she's gone. But don't worry, she'll get back up
The self-destruct
like
sequence has been
1 minute
activated.
later.
Repeat, the self-destruct sequence has been activated. This sequence may not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
Can't believe they killed Annette 3 times in Leon A. First, when she fell in the pit. Second, when she got clonked on the head by a super heavy pipe. And third, when she actually dies on this bridge.
Leon. I've been waiting for you, Leon.
What are you doing?
You know what this is about, so just hand over the G-Virus.
I don't believe this. Annette was right. About everything.
That's why I told you to leave without me, but you wouldn't listen. Now hand it over. Don't make me shoot you.
You can't do that.
She literally can't. So, pay
Ada.
attention.
Ada, I've got you. Don't give up.
Father. Leon,
Ada's gun is still in her hand.
over. Just let me go.
Shut up. You're gonna make it.
It's too late, Leon. We both know it.
No. I promised you that we would escape. You just have to help me out here.
I really wanted to escape with you, Leon. Escape from everything. Goodbye.
Gun's still in her hand. She's gone. Gun was in her hand the whole time.
Ada!
But now there's a gun on the floor next to Leon. You'll note there is no gun
No.
visible in Annette's hand. Though that's her left hand. I believe she had her gun in her right.
So, this is what everyone's been dying for.
And Leon says this is Ada's gun? No, that is Annette's gun. If anything. Ada fell with her gun in her hand.
All employees proceed to the bottom platform. Repeat, all employees proceed to the bottom platform. Repeat, all employees proceed to the bottom platform. Repeat, all employees proceed to the bottom platform.
Is this a waste of magnum ammo? You betcha. Do I have enough that I don't need to care? You betcha. And I could use the ammo disc right now, but first, I'm gonna go drop a save.
All employees proceed to the bottom platform. Repeat, all employees proceed to the bottom platform. Repeat, all employees proceed to
Gonna drop a save and grab some more heals.
Repeat, all employees proceed to the bottom platform. Repeat, all employees proceed to the bottom platform. Repeat, all employees proceed to the bottom platform. Repeat, all employees proceed to the bottom platform.
Every healing item I own. If 57 shots with this magnum aren't enough to kill everything that's left in the game, then I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Five minutes until detonation.
They misspelled elevator on the floor. They spelled it ER, not OR. I shot the screen! Wow, really? Okay, so we just have to heal as soon as we hit caution. Good to know. Well, at least we've got a recent save this time.
Five minutes until detonation.
Well, at least we get to see the misspelled elevator again. Also, the button we're supposed to press has an illuminated red light on every camera angle you can see it from except for this one. Which is kind of rude. I don't believe that shot did anything. And would you look at that, we beat it without taking a hit. So if Lisa Trevor most likely survived the nuking of Raccoon City, chances are good that good old Willie here will also have survived it. My controller was constantly rumbling for a while there. Oh boy, crunchy FMV reward for beating the game.
Hurry up! Leon! Leon!
Sherry has never met Leon in her life.
Yes, I'm fine.
And yet she was the one who went, Leon!
It's over.
No. I have to find my brother.
You're right. This is just the beginning.
Your brother's in Europe. And he's gonna find you.
Goodbye, Ada.
Yep, we'll never see her again. Alright, so that's Leon A for Resident Evil 2 on N64, randomizer. A modern randomizer, like the mods that we have for the GOG release on PC, can definitely result in a much more interesting run than this randomizer does. Though we at least had some interesting moments where I was poisoned and had to go through half the game in order to get to the first place to cure poison. Because there's just 2 poison curing herb planters in the game. And in the randomizer, those are the only things we can use to cure poison. Ah, yes. Nintendo 64 version. Yeah, Nick, it is kind of hard to avoid having people figure out about your facility when it self-destructs after people evacuate from it. Yep, gotta linger on Angel Studios. They're the people responsible for somehow squeezing RE2 down into 64 megabytes. Imagine playing a game of this length made today that managed to be 64 megabytes. Like, even modern pixel art games, I'm pretty sure, tend to be much bigger than that. And here we see an end screen that references a future that literally cannot exist. Leon being a regular cop in a non-exploded Raccoon City. We have 15 save slots. Oh, I thought every file on this game, or on this cartridge, was mine, but I was wrong. They hid some on 13, 14, and 15. Well, Claire B is going to take care of those. So, let's get started with Claire B.
In the midst of the T-virus outbreak in Raccoon City, Leon Kennedy succeeded in escaping from the city following his encounter with one of the only other survivors, a woman named Ada, a spy seeking the deadly G-virus. However, Ada! Within the nightmare that was once Raccoon City.
Okay, so the stream just died for a bit. It should be back now, I hope. OBS had disconnected. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to reset the cartridge. Or I guess, yeah, reset. Reset Analog 3D. And then we're just going to load this file again so that we don't miss the introduction to Claire's run, which I think like half of it got cut off by the disconnect. Okay, Claire B, let's go for reals this time.
In the midst of the T-virus outbreak in Raccoon City, Leon Kennedy succeeded in escaping from the city following his encounter with one of the only other survivors, a woman named Ada, a spy seeking the deadly G-virus. However, Ada! Leon was not the sole survivor of the incident. A girl named Claire Redfield was in town on business of her own. She came to uncover the mysterious circumstances of her brother's disappearance. Chris Redfield, a member of the STARS Alpha team. Only now her mission has become quite simple. Basic survival within the nightmare that was once Raccoon City.
You gotta love basic survival within Raccoon City.
I'm finally here.
The most unrealistic part of this Resident Evil 2 as a whole, just the story of it, is the whole city is overrun by zombies, but people are still coming in from outside the city unaware of this.
Why'd he bite me?
Hello? Is anyone here? Hello?
The first place Claire comes to look for people is a donut shop.
Hello? Look, I'm sorry I bothered you, okay? Just don't come any closer. Are you listening? Ah. Ah. Wait! Don't shoot!
Get down! We can't stay out here. Head to the police station. It'll be a lot safer. There! Buckle up.
Okay. What's going on? I arrived in town, and the whole place went
Great.
insane.
The radio's out.
You're a cop, right?
Yeah. First day on the job. Great, huh? Name's Leon Kennedy. Nice to meet you.
Mine's Claire. Claire Redfield. I came to find my brother, Chris.
I wonder what Claire's gonna say when she meets her first liquor. I bet it's not gonna be, oh boy.
Open the glove box.
Sure. There's a gun inside.
Better take it with you.
Zombie gets ejected, but they don't because they got seatbelts.
Still in one piece.
See? Seatbelts. Important.
Maniac's gonna ram us. Run!
Though they really should still have airbags. Also, did they just get out without unbuckling their seatbelts? Because I didn't see them unbuckle anything.
Claire!
Leon!
I'm okay. Head to the station. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
Okay. Just real quick, going to take a look to make sure there are no EX files to miss on the run up to RPD as Claire. Hang on. There we go. That's the tab that I'm looking for. Okay, there is one on a hot dog stand on the way to the RPD. Indicated by a sparkle, it's literally this hot dog stand. It was on screen when I paused. Mercenaries log. September 1st. Following 6 months of intensive training, my body's edge had returned. I was a good soldier, but they ordered my execution with no reason given. I was tortured and forced to give a false confession. But on the morning of my execution, a miracle happened. The company had helped me out, giving me a second lease on life. September 15th. I ended my vacation short and returned to the HQ office. It looks like my UBCS unit's been called into action. Umbrella maintains its own paramilitary unit to counter corporate terrorism and VIP abduction. In addition, they have nightmen who specialize in handling problems caused by illegal products. I'm currently a member of the latter. September 28th. Dawn's here, but I believe you mean September 28th, daybreak? But we're still slogging through this nightmare. There are no provisions of any kind here. The undead walk the streets, feeding upon the flesh of the living. Given the choice again, I would rather have been executed. Death Row was a heavenly asylum compared to this place. I've chosen to pull the trigger myself in the hope that my dead body won't come back to life. So, we know that that was not Carlos. Did I just corner myself? I sure did. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to take a bite here. That motorcycle got in my way. So I only picked up a file on the way here. Does that count for making Brad show up? Okay, we actually need to grab things here. I don't think we get to see Brad for Claire's run, but does that mean the locker with costumes is going to be already unlocked, or what? I could save, but No, I got it. Plenty of room to maneuver around these zombies here, especially with the N64 exclusive control style. Feel like there should be items back here.
Hey, get over here! Hurry! I can't set her down. I'll drop you a rope ladder. Grab onto it. Come on, just a little more. Get off me! Stay back! Don't come any closer! Stay back!
Just terrible luck there that his stray shots managed to all hit the helicopter pilot. And specifically the pilot, like not even anything else on the helicopter. They hit specifically the pilot. I don't mind a green herb. These windows are already broken, which means Leon's already been here and... I was gonna say dealt with the crows, but... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 crows. I spy 8 crows. That's 8 handgun shots. I know knifing crows didn't go so well last time. But I got one. Be nice if I actually had any sense of depth perception. I think I just got the last one. Nope. Now I did. There are no more crows in this hallway. They have all been knifed. It may have cost quite a bit of health, but it's been done. Okay, we've got liquors in here. Nick, scavenging animals are not immune to the Raccoon City virus variant. In fact, those crows are infected. Which is why they were so hostile. Okay, this is the secretary who accidentally moved a statue, and Irons got super upset every time she touched anything, and oops, there was also a painting of someone naked being hanged. I suppose we can save now. I can drop the knife. Actually, no, it's still early enough that the knife still has use. Like for knifing zombies who get knocked down but not killed. So from here, we do have some options. We can and should go out here to lower the ladder down to the first floor. Gonna have to go through a few zombies to get to it, by the sound of things. Be nice if the camera would show me where they are. Yeah, let's lower the ladder. Now we have 2 available paths down to the first floor. There they are. So, the closer of those 2 zombies is in fact dead, but the first one who fell is not. Now he is. And I don't hear any additional zombies, but I see one. 2 even. And the one who fell is not yet dead. Neither one is. I'm not sure if this second one... Okay, yeah, he's done. Oh, and we've still got another zombie here, and there is an item back there. Part of me wants to try knifing him. Though I know that's not the safest of prospects. I mean, we knocked him down with the knife. Getting that knockdown's great. Because getting behind him and stabbing him while he's down does result in quite a few stabs that we would not have otherwise gotten. But also the knife is significantly weaker than the handgun, which, you know, makes sense. Okay, he is done. And hey, people do knife-only runs of Resident Evil games. It's a thing that happens. Now that we've got this unicorn medal, we can head on down that ladder and trade it for a key. And there's our G launcher, which will be our main weapon for most of this run. I don't have a key card for this. Or sorry, I don't have a card key. Completely different from a key card. I'm going to leave that ink ribbon there until we've unlocked the doors. Because that'll give us easier access to an item box. Then again, we have super easy access to one right now. It's just 2 load screens away. Anyway, unicorn medallion, give us the key. Hey, look, it's a spade key, right? Spade? Spade key. Yeah, Outlander, apparently she does just get the grenade launcher right here, which, I'm not going to complain. Locked from inside. That's going to be locked electronically, as is the other one. Does Claire have any reason to go out here? Yes. Ah, right. There's also an EX file out here, so we definitely needed to go out here. What's this? There's a couple yellowish pixels on the floor here, yet they are not interactable. And more yellowish pixels here. What are those? Oh, hi, Brad. Claire's handgun holds 2 fewer bullets than Leon's. You got a key for me, Brad? Oh, you sure do. And here's our new EX file here. Brad's note. No, it's that monster in the black suit again. Why does that thing keep chasing me? What did I do? This must be someone's sick idea of a joke. If I knew things were going to end up like this, I would have left the STARS team a long time ago. But whining won't help me now. I know I'm finished. Oh, in my hometown, Delucia, I bet the flowers are in bloom. If I could only see them once more before I die. Brad Vickers. So there we go. We came out here for an EX file and the special key. So now we have to go back up to the second floor because there's nothing else Claire can do down here. And I guess since we're going back up to the second floor, we can take the ink ribbon now. Was this a spade door? Nope. Electronically locked. So we actually have to go back past the item box to do anything at all. Which, that's fine by me. It means we've got a chance to put away our ink ribbons. And considering since we last saved, we've defeated 4 or 5 zombies, 1 knife only. As well as Brad, I might as well actually save. Get rid of that original or previous cartridge owner's save. And we definitely don't need to keep the special key on us right now, and I think we can safely get rid of the knife. So there is a liquor in this room. That took more than I would have liked it to. So I do not have red jewels, so going... Oh, there's more than one liquor. And aiming at the floor is apparently a bad idea, and we have received a liquor one-shot. It's not a one-shot if you're at fine, but if you're at caution, it is. Good thing I just saved. So knife away, ink ribbons away, special key away. Grenade launcher equipped. This guy's gonna take more than he did the first time. Oh, he just tried to kill me, but missed. Alright, well, he's dead, but I'm in danger. And have no grenade launcher anymore. So we're just moving at this speed for a bit. Right, we can't even get to that door until we extinguish the helicopter. So really what I should do is not even fight the lickers. If I die again before I manage to heal, I will keep that in mind. So we need to go through here. It is our only option for progress, and I believe we're going to find like 2 or 3 herbs in here. There's one. Because I don't think these herbs get randomized. There's 2 and 3. Combine them all, we get a full heal. While we're combining. I'm fine, thank you. And what have you got, sir? Flame rounds. 15 of them. Do not mind one bit if I do. Though let's use the handgun while we can. Okay, we've got a valve handle in here. Which we can use to extinguish the helicopter. Handgun empty. I like getting twofers. And he is done. More ink ribbons. Gonna leave those there for now. So Sir definitely going to stand up over here. Didn't stand up at all for Leon. He's still looking at us. But he also doesn't seem to want to stand up for Claire. Even though he is Sir definitely going to stand up someday. Got a green herb in plain view here. And another green herb. And a red herb. I don't think the green and red herb behind the desk get randomized either. The green herb on the desk, I'm pretty sure, was randomized. Is this the same? Wasn't it 4... Oh. I believe it was 4, 5, 4, 2? Hey! And we got acid rounds instead of a green herb inside this time. Acid rounds are arguably much better than a green herb. And while I could go and extinguish the helicopter right now, I was going to say I want to deal with down here first, but maybe that's not ideal. Love twofers. Oh, hello, sir. Another green herb. I'm going to leave that there. Because I know on our A run, we ended up having a point where we had like 2 or 3 red herbs and no green herbs. So I'm going to leave that there for the trip back. And if we come this way, no zombies in here. Guess Leon already cleared them out. And hey, look, there's a red herb. That will combine nicely with the green herb in our inventory right this moment. And we can go in here without any keys. You're not sneaky. Caught him midair and one-shot him. Oh, look. A bunch of G rounds. Also, I know they're grenade rounds. I've been using the abbreviations for just about everything. Because I happen to kind of love doing that. It's silly and it brings a little bit of joy to my life. To say, pick up H-gun bullets or G rounds. You know what it is. I know what it's short for. Like, we all know what the game means with these abbreviations. But since the abbreviation is what they have written, it is fun to say it. So flame rounds are great for individual zombies or closely stacked groups. G rounds are good for groups who are a little bit more separated. We can actually leave this guy alone. He's just a single zombie in a hallway that's wide enough to dodge him in. And we do not have the door to the main hall unlocked yet, so I don't even need to go past him. Should I grab that green herb on the floor, though? No, I shouldn't, because I don't have space for it. That's a good reason not to grab a thing. Now, to use the valve handle to extinguish the helicopter and thus cause Mr. X to spawn, right? Showing us that we, in fact, still have the valve handle. And what random item do we get here? Is it random? Ooh, it's something we can fit in our inventory. Love to see it. Yep, Mr. X showing up after you extinguish the helicopter in the remake was a reference. And there are still 5 more of those things out there in Raccoon City. And there They're not letting us go back out. Hi, friend. Like, literally, him showing up specifically in this hallway is a reference. Anyway, we'll just get nicely around him. Yeah, Outlander, 100% the way he shows up in Resident Evil 2 Remake is fantastic. Honestly, Resident Evil 2 Remake, their handling of Mr. X is, I would argue, the best pursuer enemy the franchise has ever had. It's not even close. And we do not need the valve handle again until we reach the sewer. Yeah, Resident Evil 2 Remake not giving us a cutscene like, oh, hey, there's this guy here now. And instead being all like, oh, hey, there's a guy here who just showed up. He lifted the helicopter, showing, yeah, he's strong. And now you just get to live with that. Yeah, Remake's introduction of Mr. X is better. Remake's handling of Mr. X during gameplay is better. Resident Evil 2 Remake is just really freaking good. Like, yeah, it loses some of the narrative aspects of Resident Evil 2. But from a gameplay perspective, from a horror perspective... Cool, I missed. Everything except for specifically narrative things, I would argue Remake just knocks the pants off the original RE2 for. And even the narrative ain't bad. It's just different. Though also, original RE2 does win in terms of actually having different scenarios. Claire B and Leon A are very different games. Claire A and Leon B are very different games. Like, they actually managed to make things different from one another, instead of being almost entirely the exact same game, just with a couple parts shifted around. And blue card key go. So now we have access to much more of the station. So we can access the library as well as the southwest here. There's a spade door in the southwest, so I guess we gotta go there. Plus, that'll get us to where we can use our special key. Sir, do you really want this? No zombies allowed in item box rooms. Ah, yes, the safe with the code that I remembered. I believe I said no zombies in item box rooms, sir. I believe I said... This is where the other small key was used. This drawer that I just never even spotted. Well, we spotted it this time. And we're playing as a character who doesn't use small keys. We will never know what would have been in there for Leon, but the fact that we got handgun bullets in there as Claire implies that it's probably a randomized item, so Leon probably would have found, what, a green herb? I believe there's a chance we will find a liquor in this hall. Therefore, I'm preemptively equipping my acid rounds. Goodbye, Spade Key. You were single use? Or was it? Did we use the Spade Key for anything else? No, I think it was a single-use key in the B route. Neat. Suspicious individual in the sewers, yep. An ink ribbon that I don't necessarily need. We've already got a few and access to more in more convenient locations. Alright, let's go get whatever's on top of there. Ah yes, the lighter. The whole reason I was determined to leave the side pack for Claire, because the lighter sees a lot more use than small keys / lockpick do. So having extra item slots for it, plus extra item slots for all the different types of G-launcher ammo. Yeah, it's more useful for Claire to have the additional slots. Because she is hungrier for them. Dang, Leon only got arms in here. Claire gets whole people. You gotta wonder why they weren't able to bust through the windows for Leon, but that's how it goes on the A route, I suppose. Okay, this is the operation report we've already read. I don't know that any files are ever different other than the EX files from A to B, so yeah. Anyway, we can use our lighter here. Shouldn't there be? Yeah, there should be something on the floor. Bowgun bolts. Right, that exists. It's what she gets instead of a magnum. So we effectively just found magnum ammo on the floor. So we're going to have to come back here to get those. Because I would rather grab this key item now than grab the bowgun bolts when I don't even have a bowgun. I shouldn't have used acid rounds on him, but hey, they worked. Flame rounds for zombies, acid rounds for lickers. Grenade rounds for big groups. Okay, we don't have the key for that door. And even if we did, going there wouldn't exactly be useful. Our inventory is currently too full, but we'll grab those on the way back out of the save room. So let's put this away, grab the special key. Honestly, part of me wants to just put the handgun away and just say goodbye to it. And what do we have here? More G rounds. A bunch of them. Yeah, I don't think we need the handgun. Special key used. Let's see what outfits we got. Also, is that a freaking revolver? Sure, I'll take the Colt SAA. Okay, so we can be in this purple biker bodysuit thing. It's certainly a look. And Leon got 2 costume outfits, but Claire only gets 1. Does this tell us what kinds of, or what kind of ammo this thing takes? Used by cowboys in the Wild West, designed for a quick draw. Yeah, we've seen Operation Report 2. Hang on, there's an ink ribbon here to take. Let's grab that before we save. And there we go. Now I can officially say that every single save on this cartridge belongs to me. Though the fact that the saves were there to begin with is actually a good thing, because in order to unlock the randomizer, you have to beat an A route and a B route. So whoever owned this cartridge before me, they did beat the A route and B route. So thanks, previous owner, for unlocking the rando for me so I didn't have to beat the game first. Okay, according to the wiki, the Colt SAA is a handgun. Makes sense. And even if it's the strongest handgun in the game, it's still a handgun. So, something tells me we can probably get away without using it. Gonna leave that green herb there, even though we do now have space for it. Because we already got a full heal in our inventory, and I do like the idea of keeping a little bit of extra inventory space open. And now to get this second jewel again. With the super difficult push things onto 2 different spots puzzle. Oh, the statues have to be facing the middle statue. How can we ever do that? Excuse you. There we go. It was 2 pixels too far to camera right. So now we've got both red jewels. We could just go straight on back to use those right now. And in fact, I think that's our only real option, because we don't have the key that we need to get past the stars room. Though we can visit the stars room and get something there. But if we go use the red jewels, I think that gets us the key to get past the stars room. So let's go use the jewels. We'll also grab these bowgun bolts while we're here. Wonder how many we found. 15. Not a terrible number. So one thing that is mildly annoying about the implementation of the control scheme in this game, with the whole control stick direction changes being relative to what you were originally holding across transitions, that part, totally fine. The issue is that in order to get it to reset and accept new up as up, for example, you have to let the control stick get completely zeroed out. If it doesn't get actually zeroed out, then it'll still use the previous headings. And the reason that's a mild issue is if the controller you're using has trouble getting to exactly zero, well, sucks to be you. And this controller I'm using right now, when I let go of the stick, it will sometimes, not always, but sometimes be stuck at 0 and -1 for its X and Y axes. And -1 is not 0. So it gets close, but sometimes it doesn't quite get there. And that's just how it was on the N64. It was before they realized that having dead zones on controller analog sticks could actually be a bit of a good thing. Doesn't even have to be a big dead zone. Like, honestly, from 5 to -5 would be basically unnoticeable as an actual player, and yet would provide for a usable dead zone. So one thing I do like about this game's control scheme, if you're using the analog stick, the B button does absolutely nothing. That's not the part I like. The part I like is that even though it's got this control stick mode, you can also use the D-pad. Oh wow, the D-pad also does first-person mode. That is fascinating. Anyway, I'm using the D-pad right now. D-pad allows you to walk around, use B to run. But because this game supports both analog and D-pad input on the same control scheme, that means that menus, I can use the D-pad instead of the analog stick. Analog sticks are not good for menus. Never have been. Never will be. Every game that releases in the modern day that uses analog sticks for menus bothers me. But that's how things go sometimes, and I guess I didn't need to come back here because that wasn't a key, that was a key item. But yeah, analog stick for menus is bad, but a lot of N64 games do not support D-pad for menus because they assume that you're holding it in a grip where the D-pad is inaccessible. So they just didn't let the D-pad do anything, even on a menu. Which makes sense if you're using an N64 controller. Right now, I'm using the 8-bit Do 64 controller, which is a standard controller layout, so like, I just have to move my thumb a little bit to get from the analog stick to the D-pad. It's not hard. And so the D-pad is quite usable, and when I'm playing N64 games using this, I will often habitually switch to the D-pad for menus, and in a lot of games, that doesn't work. In this one, it does, and I appreciate that. And now the southeast hallway is flooded with zombies. But Claire's got a grenade launcher. She is better equipped than Leon to deal with all of that. Now remember, people, don't scream when I fall through the floor. Is it still 12121? Sure is. Still be nice if there was an item back here like there is in Remake. Oh boy, H-gun bullets. I'm gonna leave them. No item in here? There was for Leon. I should probably put something away before I go to the stars room. Mainly because I know I'm going to pick up at least 2 things in there. I even going to use the lighter again in the... Yes, I am going to use the lighter again in the station. There is a room where it gets used. Though not until I get the club key. Maybe I should put it away until I get the club key. Should have grabbed that herb on the way in. Oh well. Should I grab it now? I've got plenty of space. I'll grab it now.
Leon!
And we've broken the timeline. Claire is dressed differently.
It's good to see you're still among the living. It looks like we're not gonna find your brother here after all.
Yep, Chris in Europe, etc.
There's no reason for us to stay any longer than necessary. Let's split up, look for any survivors, and get out of here.
Right.
One last thing. Here's a radio. Take it. That way we can keep in touch if anything happens.
Though actually, hang on, let me look at that file again. With the help of Jill and Barry, obtained information vital to the case. We talked it over and have decided to fly to the main Umbrella HQ in Europe. That implies that both Barry and Jill are joining Chris over there, but we know for a fact Jill is still in Raccoon City right now. And there's our bowgun. And a first aid spray should be... There is no first aid spray in Rebecca's pouch. I guess Leon already took it, but hey, we get the EX file of Rebecca's report, which Leon wasn't willing to touch for whatever reason. On July 23rd, an MP vehicle was found inside the Arklay Mountains. Corpses of MP members and an unidentified body were found near the vehicle. According to the information from military authorities, the unidentified body was identified as a former ensign, Billy Cohen, who was sentenced to the death penalty following a court-martial on July 22nd. I believe they changed the spelling of his last name from a K to a C when Resident Evil 0 actually came out. But yeah, this is from back when they were still developing Resident Evil 0 as an N64 game, which they were planning to do, but then the GameCube came out before they could get it close enough to done, so they just made it a GameCube game instead. And so we got Resident Evil 0 as we know it. But yeah, this is setting up Resident Evil 0, kind of. Sets up the official cover story after RE0. As Billy Cohen, who was sentenced to the death penalty following a court-martial on July 22nd. While Cohen was on transfer via Navy MP escort, they must have experienced some sort of accident. The corpses were severely mauled, apparently torn apart by unidentified wild animals. The following day, we returned to the location to recover the bodies, but they were nowhere to be found. Military authorities have requested that we hand over Cohen's body as proof of his death. but due to the circumstances described above, it will be a difficult task to recover the corpse. I'm requesting that this case be temporarily closed until further notice. Raccoon City Police Department, Stars Alpha Team, Rebecca Chambers. Oh, she got upgraded to Alpha from Bravo, probably because she's the only surviving member from Bravo. And Alpha also lost a couple members. Incidentally, we haven't seen or heard from Billy since Resident Evil 0. Maybe he'll show up in RE9. And there's our diamond key. Though if Billy shows up in RE9, that would mean that he either stayed in or came back to Raccoon City, which would feel odd. There's nothing on the floor. Let's go ahead and get this film again, even though it's the same picture we got as Leon. It's here, so I'm gonna grab it. Even if it means pressing A more than 50 times. More than 100 even. I mean, it could be exactly 100. Because, you know, you press once to get the text to show up and once to make it go away. You gotta get it searched 50 times. But I'm mashing the A button, so I'm pressing it more than twice per cycle of the text. Could I not mash and thus not have to press it more than 100 times? Yeah. But then I'd have to pay attention instead of just mashing. And there we go. Film obtained. Oh, a fax! I don't remember getting a fax in the A route. Federal Police Department Internal Investigation Report. Mr. Chris Redfield, Raccoon City Police Department, Stars Division. As per your request, we've conducted our internal investigation and discovered the following information. 1. Regarding the G-Virus currently under development by Umbrella Inc. So far, it is unconfirmed that the G-Virus even exists. We're continuing with our investigation. 2. Regarding Mr. Brian Irons, Chief of the Raccoon City Police Department. Mr. Irons has allegedly received a large sum of funds and bribes from Umbrella Inc. over the last 5 years. He was apparently involved in the cover-up of the Mansion Lab case, along with several other incidents, in which Umbrella appears to have direct involvement. Mr. Irons had been arrested under suspicion of rape on 2 separate counts during his years as a university student. He underwent psychiatric evaluation as a result of the charges, but was released due to circumstantial evidence, as well as his phenomenal academic standing. As such, extreme caution is advised when dealing with him. Jack Hamilton, Section Chief, Internal Investigations, United States Federal Police Department. I don't believe we have a federal police department, but okay. Maybe you mean the FBI. But also, shouldn't this police station have done a thorough background check and discovered that before hiring him on at all? And definitely before appointing him police chief?
That way we can keep in touch if anything happens.
Still talking about the radio he handed me minutes ago. Oh, hello, sir. Oh, hi, Sherry.
Help me!
You got it. Consider yourself helped. Not by killing that zombie, no. I'm just gonna say hi. I guess we're not allowed to help her yet. I want to go back to the dark room, though. So that I can get this film out of my inventory. This film that I didn't need to pick up. Also, the dark room's right next to where we need to use the diamond key. Excuse me, sir. I don't believe we're coming back to this hallway ever again, so it's probably fine to leave him up. Still kind of wild that Sherry came back as a playable character in a later Resident Evil game. RE6, all grown up. Right, I need to get rid of the film by developing it, not by putting it in the box. The bowgun I can put in the box. And what do you know, it's Rebecca. We will never know why Wesker had that picture in his desk. Or why it was so well hidden that you had to search his desk 50 times to find it. But he did in fact have that picture there, and it was in fact that well hidden. So there's use number 1 of the diamond key. If the lock is broken, why does the lockpick work? Good old green herb in a drawer. The best part is how the green herb clearly doesn't fit in the drawer. That's 100% a result of the rando. And another film. I believe this will be the one showing the G arm. Might as well go develop it to get it the heck out of my inventory forever. You do not develop photos in the item box. Oh no, this is the one showing a guy who got zombied. Though I suppose I could put my plastic explosive in the item box because we do not need that for a bit. And we will guaranteed pass an item box before we can actually use it. I feel like there should be a file among all these files. So this is clearly a world where Marvin has... Oh, no, you're not Marvin. I was going to say where Marvin has been zombified, but... where he didn't take out the zombies in the room before they got him. But no, that's not Marvin. Where's Marvin? And we got another randoed green herb. So it seems this B route's rando is being a lot more generous with the heals than the A route was. We are finding a lot more herbs, or at least that's how it feels. Wait, September 29th, what festival? Ah, Michael Festival. So how did you guys spend your Michael Festival on September 29th? Did you enjoy the Michael Festival? Did you celebrate all the Michaels in your lives? Here's another thing that's kind of funny to think about. Ooh, I should go use the diamond key in the other place where it can be used before I use the detonator. Yeah, something interesting to think about. Resident Evil 9 is coming out on Pokemon Day this year. Literally on Pokemon's 30th anniversary, we are getting a new Resident Evil game. Feels a little bit odd, but sometimes that's how things go. The most interesting part is that this year is both the Resident Evil and... Or actually, wait, when did... Was Resident Evil released in 97 or set in 97? Well, no, it was set in 98 because this game is set in 98 and Resident Evil 1 was just a couple months prior. Right, not this door. This door. Goodbye, Diamond Key. Ah, yep. Resident Evil came out on March 22nd, 1996 in Japan, which means that Resident Evil as a franchise is just under 4 weeks younger than Pokemon as a franchise. And we got a red herb randoed in here. We already killed the liquor on the other side. I should have grabbed the red herb first. Wait, we're out of flame rounds, which means I have space now. I already killed that liquor game. Can't believe they put a second liquor in that room. I wonder if I go over here to that room, will the liquor be back in there? It sure will. Yeah, the fact that Resident Evil 1 and Pokemon came out less than 4 weeks apart from one another. 1996 was a special year for long-running gaming franchises. I was about to go, do I want to go into the office and grab the ink ribbon there? But no, I don't, because my inventory's full. Wow, Outlander, you make Elder Scrolls Redguard sound like such a game that people definitely would want to play instead of Ocarina of Time. You know what? I should save. Time to start eating the Leon files. Actually, I think I'm gonna want my stones. And this is fine having my inventory so full of stuff because I'm about to get rid of 2 parts of it to blow up a wall. Kind of weird we haven't seen Mr. X since he showed up. Yeah, on the subject of games that release too close to other games and having that really affect their performance. Every Horizon series release has released alongside another major open world game that just completely overshadowed it. Horizon Zero Dawn launched alongside Breath of the Wild, I believe.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I thought you were another one of those zombies.
Are you Chief Irons?
Yes, that's me. And just who are you? No, don't bother telling me. It makes no difference. You'll end up just like all the others. That's the mayor's daughter. I was told to look after her, but I failed miserably. Just look at her. She was a true beauty. Her skin nothing short of perfection. But it will soon putrefy and she will turn into a zombie within the hour like all the others.
There must be some way to stop it.
In a manner of speaking, there is. Either by putting a bullet through her brain, or by decapitating her completely. And to think that taxidermy used to be my hobby. But no longer. Please, I'd really like to be alone now. Please, I'd really like to be alone now.
And then Horizon Forbidden West, if memory serves. I forget whether it was Tears of the Kingdom or Elden Ring, but it was one of those two that it released pretty much right alongside. Normally when people say a stuffed animal, they don't mean an animal that has been stuffed, but rather like a plushie or a teddy bear. You can tell that Claire isn't a snob because she calls these various objects of art rather than various objets d'art. Secretary's Diary B. June 8th. As I was straightening up the chief's room, he burst through the door with a furious look on his face. It's only been 2 months since I've started working here, but that's the second time I've seen him like this. The last time was when I bumped into that statue, only this time he looked even more agitated than ever. I seriously thought for a moment that he was going to hurt me. June 15th. I finally discovered what the chief has been hiding all along. If he finds out that I know, my life will be in serious danger. It's getting late already. I'm just going to have to take this one day at a time. So why'd you leave your diary behind his chambers?
Wait. Let me go! Easy, easy there. I'm not a zombie. You're safe now. My name's Claire. What's yours?
Sherry.
Do you know where your parents are?
They both work at the Umbrella Chemical Plant, near the city limits.
The chemical plant? Then what are you doing here?
My mom called and told me to go to the police station because it was too dangerous to stay at home.
From the look of things, I'd say she was probably right, but it's dangerous here as well. You'd better come with me.
But there's something out there. I don't know what it is, but I saw it. Much larger than any of those zombies. And it's coming after me.
What was that?
That's what I was telling you about. It's here.
Sherry, wait!
So why are you running in the direction that it was? Oh boy. Handgun bullets. Good old Tony's arms. Where's the rest of him?
Chief?
Sure, I'll take the heart key. And let's go ahead and push this here button. And dump this. And this. And can I dump this? No, I can't. Chief's Diary, September 23rd. It's all over. Those imbeciles from Umbrella have finally done it. Despite all their promises, they've ruined my town. Soon the streets will be infested with zombies. I'm beginning to think that I may even be infected myself. I'll kill everyone in town if this turns out to be true. So yeah, September 23rd, zombies start happening in the city. We are now 5 days after that. So yeah, it grew fast, but still, word should have reached outside the city. September 24th. I was successful in spreading confusion among the police as planned. I've made sure that no one from the outside will come to help. With the delays in police actions, no one will have the chance to escape my city alive. I've seen to it personally that all escape routes from inside the precinct have been cut off as well. There are several survivors still attempting to escape through the lower levels, but I'll make sure no one gets out. September 26th. I've had a change of heart about the remaining survivors inside the precinct. I've decided to hunt them down myself. I shot Ed in the back through the heart less than an hour ago. I watched him writhe in pain upon the floor in a pool of his own blood. The expression on his face was positively exquisite. He died with his eyes wide open, staring up at me. It was beautiful. I wonder if the mayor's daughter is still alive. I let her escape so I could enjoy hunting her down later. I'm going to enjoy my new trophy. Yes, frozen forever in the pose I choose to give her. Yeah, Chief Irons. They definitely made him really gross in the remake. But he was even worse in the original. But in the original, he doesn't have a voice line where he tells you about how locked the door is with a T. It's one of the lines from Resident Evil 2 Remake that is just stuck in my head forever. The reading of doors locked. Don't need to keep the handgun bullets either. The real wild part about Resident Evil 9 coming out on Pokemon Day is we're going to have a Resident Evil game come out on the very day that we probably have Pokemon Gen 10 announced. And like, I'm gonna have to stream Resident Evil, but I will have Pokemon on my mind. Sir, where did you come from? I already got rid of all the zombies in here. Excuse me, sir. You're not supposed to survive a grenade launcher blast. Ooh, more acid rounds. And this is a club door. Hey, fellas. No one feels like moving? Oh, there we go. Well, he's done. There's still another living zombie in this hall. Where? There. 2 of them. Well, they're done now. Okay, so I believe this is a club door. Yep. This door takes us outside where there are doggies, but also a path to a typewriter and an item box, which, given the time, I actually need to use. Oh boy, some H-gun bullets. Okay. There. No more doggies. And there's still nothing over here. That's a path for Sherry. Might as well grab the ink ribbon, but do a little bit of inventory management before we use it. So, given the time, that's going to be all we can do today. So, thanks, folks, for dropping by to watch and chat and all that. I will be back tomorrow for probably finishing up Claire B, if we're honest. Like, most of what we're going to see from this point on is going to be stuff we already saw during Leon A. So I think I can go through it pretty quick. Yeah, I'm pretty sure tomorrow I will manage to finish Claire B. So yeah, see you then, friends.